There's a lot of misinformation about sexually transmitted infections out there. Government agencies endearingly refer to them as love bugs, but the reality is somewhat a little bit more grotesque. Many STIs have no symptoms whatsoever, so that means that you don't even know that you would have one if you contracted one, and you don't know that you'd be contracting it to somebody else in some circumstances. No wonder that they spread so fast. But very few people know that condoms have a very little success in preventing the transmission of STIs. The National Institute of Health in the US reported in July 2001 that the condom had no proper protection against any STIs. It had very limited protection against gonorrhea and against male-female transmission of HIV, but on the whole there was no comprehensive coverage against any STIs whatsoever. And gonorrhea and HIV only constitute 2% of all STIs in total. And according to the authoritative publication, Contraceptive Technology, after the use of just 10 condoms, the probability of failure is at 57%. Failure results in exposure to all STIs and the risk of pregnancy every year. And also, according to the same report, after 1 year of contraceptive use, likelihood of pregnancy is 15%. After 2 years, 28%. 3 years, 39%. 4 years, 48%. And after 5 years of consistent contraceptive use, the chance of pregnancy is a whopping 56%. So it's no wonder that the unwanted teenage pregnancy rate is so high in this country. And the British Medical Journal itself has showed in 10 studies worldwide that the widespread availability of contraception and abortion made no appreciable difference to abortion rates in any country. So does anybody know what the most common STI is out there at the moment by a very, very long way? Any idea what the most prevalent one is? No?
No.
Okay, so it's the human papilloma virus. Now this virus is responsible for 99.7% of cervical cancer. Currently there's 1,000 women every year who are dying in this country due to cervical cancer, and including Jade Goody, famous Big Brother representative. That's set to rise steadily over the next few years. There's very few obvious symptoms of the virus. There's over 100 different strains of the virus. Nobody really knows what will happen with the protection of some of the drugs that are available, what the consequences of those drugs are at this present time. And most vaccines don't cover all the different strains of the virus, and they only last for about 5 or 10 years. So HPV is incurable, but it's not always permanent. And according to the British Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology, 46% of teenage girls acquire HPV from their first sexual relationship. So the majority of sexually active women have been infected with one or more types of HPV. So with this in mind, I think safe sex is devastating and dangerous. It's inaccurate and it's insulting to women and creates a false sense of security, encouraging risky behaviour. The fact is the condom doesn't protect you against the emotional and psychological implications of sex, and it's insulting to young people because it's telling them that you're not really worth it, you don't have enough knowledge about yourself, and you're not able to control yourself. So when we set our standards high, we say safe sex until marriage, give a new generation the confidence to live for greatness.